Very good to have you with us, John.
Thank you, and good morning.
Good morning. What can your industry do?
I'm just standing up to raise my hand and say it's about time we who sort of wield a little bit of influence, who are in the public eye, who are in homes of people, who in cinemas, on television, and in theater, we could do something, we could say something. So we believe that, as you know, that the gender-based violence in all its forms, psychologically, mentally, and physically, verbally, also is prevalent within the entertainment industry, as we all know about the Me Too sort of movement in America. And I've just come back where now we're moving into see her, write her in, think about her, to casting directors, producers, and everybody, that you have to be conscious of the absence of women in the industry in strategic positions. So I'm saying to all of us here, it's about time we stand up. And what I'm hoping is that someone says, I've been an abuser, I stopped.
Yes.
I saw what I was doing is wrong. Not necessarily that I beat her up or I did what, but we needed to stand up and say something.
John, I was quite shocked. I was doing quite a bit of research this morning, and in many communities, more than 50% of men there have been violent against women, towards women, have raped women, and have raped more than once, several times. I mean, it's so rife in our society, isn't it? And clearly there's a picture that there's nothing wrong with it amongst these men.
And this is exactly what I mean, that we need to escalate this situation from just a crime, from just something you could report at the police station and wait for 2 years for the case to come up, into a national priority. I call it a human rights violation. And perhaps in that way, even government and civil society and everybody will put more focus on it. I love what the president said yesterday, that it is crimes against humanity. And I don't understand. I mean, there are so many of us who are good men. There's so many organizations that says not in my name. There's so many movements around the country. This is one little aspect we are unable really to pin down. So almost trying to find the exact virus within the psyche of men. Yeah. Why do you rape? Why do you rape children? For us, it's sometimes frustrating. You only have to say, I'm from South Africa, and then the questions go, what's going on? Yeah. What's the violence? What about women? What about children? It's about time we speak out constantly.
I mean, people view us as a sick society, and they are absolutely right. I'm just wondering how you feel as a man. I mean, it's taken so long, it seems, for this outrage to bubble up. I mean, how do you feel as a man knowing that this is happening, knowing that these men are raping women, and many of them have their own wives, their own children?
At a 76, you tend to begin to take responsibility. You tend to ask yourself, perhaps, well, did I do something that would contribute to by my silence? Did I not speak when it was necessary to speak? Did I not know that someone was doing this and kept quiet? Was it my place or not my place? That time is gone. This is not about whistleblowing. It's about saying you're doing wrong and you're doing it in my name, as a man, as a father and a grandfather, as a citizen of this country, and as a husband, most important. So we cannot allow this to continue as if there's a conspiracy of silence around it. It's only when it happens, suddenly there is an outcry. I'm asking for a quicker process of justice. You cannot be arrested for murdering your wife and children on 2018, and you'll only be sentenced, your case will come in 2021. It has to be an emergency. Just like the xenophobic sort of foreign nationals attacks that's happening now, the Justice Department must set up emergency courts, so that you hit on a child, you rape a child, you abuse a woman, you are arrested, and within 721 days you appear in court and you are sentenced. That's a stronger deterrent, because the person who did this last month is already in prison. But now if you say you did it and you're still in the community and you're still walking around, you're doing it again and again and again, it gives an impression that we're kind of laid back about this.
Sorry, it's time to crack patriarchy as well. I mean, a lot of these women who have been abused go to the police station, and there they suffer insults, exacerbating the situation. So there's so many layers, aren't there?
It's even within the home. There's a beautiful song about this little girl whose podcast, it says, please, can you take his kettle back? I'm suffering. It's a beautiful song by Spokas. And then there's another beautiful song by Thandisa Mazwai saying that I feel like just picking up my things, get my baby on my back and leave. These signs are there, we're talking about it. But the parents would say, "Hayi mntwana, indoda, you have to work this thing right. You're saying this thing is not working, is violent to me. Let's talk to him. Let's do what?" That's where they are, the patriarchy. That's where the tradition also locks us into this state of immobility, paralyzes us, because you're expected as a woman and as a man to make this marriage work, to everything, relationship work. So that then gives the male the kind of attitude that I'm right. You are not right and you'll never be right.
John Kani, briefly, if you will, thank you firstly for calling on people in the public eye to speak out against this, but somebody who's been a player longer than you, Robert Mugabe, died this morning. Your comments.
As an African, may his soul rest in peace. His history is important in the liberation of Zimbabwe, but his tenure as president is tainted with a lot of failures and a lot of things. And I just feel that the people of Zimbabwe may honor his legacy, but focus mostly now on their future.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.